Hi, everyone. Hi, and welcome to this lovely Sunday that we're having, the second Sunday in February. I'm just so excited with it all, and I'm trying to get my words together, y'all. So, y'all bear with me. This is Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm just like, ooh, why did I schedule today? Because I am trying to see this man right here because I don't really care about the football game. I love sports, but I'm trying to see Usher today again in life. And I'm just really excited. So, but along with my excitement, I am so happy to have Minnie's handbags on today as my special guest. And I know you just logged in so you can get yourself situated. But welcome. How are you today,
Hi,
man?
I'm good. How about you?
I am excited and happy today. I can definitely say that. I was just thinking, I feel like usually when I go to church anyway, I feel like I got a great start to my week. And today happens to be that day. So, yes, so excited to have you here.
I'm
Um,
excited to be here.
I'm trying to think about the first time I came across your channel. Um, and I think one is because it says Minnie's and you had Minnie Mouse on there. So I was like, okay, she's probably into the Disney character bags and so forth. So I started watching and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But I recently learned I thoroughly enjoy the fact that you have like a question and answer. And now you're really focusing on Wednesday being that question of the day. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but go ahead and introduce yourself and let us all know what really brought you to being what for someone called me a consumer of Dooney and Burke brand.
Well, so my nickname is Minnie. I got that when I was in high school, so I just ran with it. And I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to do YouTube years ago, and I just end up putting it off. And I finally decided to do it when COVID happened because things were pretty slow. So I was like, let me go ahead and jump into it and try, creating my YouTube channel. So that's how my YouTube came about. And then as far as me being introduced to Dooney and Bert, that happened through my mom and my aunts. They love to shop, and they're probably going to get me for saying this today, but they go shopping like literally almost every weekend, and I grew up with that. So handbags, shoes, clothes, those were things I was always surrounded around. But my mom and my aunt them absolutely loved Dooney. So I think for me, when I really started paying attention to it was when I was in high school. So once I got in high school, I would try to borrow my mom's bags and take it to school or whatever. But yeah, that's how I got introduced to Dooney. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite brands.
Okay. I like how you shared about really starting your YouTube channel around the pandemic or during the pandemic. Because you probably were like me beforehand, just probably thought about it and then would
Hmm.
see other people and think, well, I don't know if I can really do that. And then some days you feel like, yeah, I really can do this. This is simple and
Hmm.
easy. Um, excuse me. So even for myself, I recall going back through my phone and I was recording myself doing some unboxings, but I never had any intentions of posting them or even establishing a channel and all of that. And then one day I said, I'll just do it. I just like looking at myself. I just look at myself all the time and record. So I'm happy that you did embark on that because you definitely have a variety. You have a taste and a really nice collection, I must say so.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, let's see. What's the next question I want to ask you? So your nickname is Minnie,
Mhm.
and it just stuck with you. So what is your favorite silhouette?
The satchel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I absolutely love the satchel. I have two of them up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get more colors in the Florentine and in the purple green.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say the satchel, and then if I had to pick a second one, it's definitely a tote bag.
Okay, a tote bag. Why
Mhm.
a tote? Do you like the bigger
Okay.
size tote or the smaller size tote?
The bigger size. So
Okay,
when I was in high school, this is how I started carrying totes. When I was in high school, I used to sell like candy and snacks and drinks. So
okay,
I needed something to put it in. So I asked my mom to buy me a bag, and she just bought me like a bag out of Marshalls or TJ Maxx or something, and it was a tote bag. And that's how I got into tote bags because it literally held everything I needed, my regular,
hmm,
just everyday essentials for when I was in high school, like my feminine stuff. And then I still had room to put my snacks and my candies in. So ever since then, I just love a tote bag.
okay, all right, awesome, awesome. Your latest video that you did regarding your question, Wednesday question of the day, dealt with just how to care for your bag,
Hmm.
and it really taught me a lot because I was like, I never I'm going to feature a video, and it was so funny that I watched your video after I did mine regarding my most worn out bags, and I was
Hmm.
like, wow, if I had this knowledge of how to really care for my bags, I probably would have done a whole lot better with some of my older bags. But
Hmm.
what inspired you, or this, like you said, you have people come in and just drop questions that they may want you to talk about. How did you even come up with that concept of just featuring that on your channel?
So I think it was in 2022 or 2023. Just randomly started doing like questions of the day. And I was
Mhm.
trying to post like a question every day of the week. And it was becoming harder to come up with questions to do every day. So when I was doing my end of the year goal planning for 2024, I said, well, instead of doing a question every single day, what if I just pick one day and do a question of the day? And the whole point of the question of the day was because I'm not so much so new to collecting handbags, but I am new to the handbag community, and there was a lot of things from in the past that I was doing with my bags and they weren't lasting. So I figured what better place than the handbag community to ask these questions on things that either I wasn't familiar with or maybe others in the handbag community isn't familiar with. And I wanted to put those questions out there because they were questions that I had too, but some of them were questions that, I put out because I was already doing some of these things. And I wanted for others in the handbag community to be able to relate, or, to have a safe place where they can come and feel like, okay, I want to know the answer to this question, or I got this question. Let me see what others in the handbag community is doing. So
Mhm.
that was how I came up with Wednesday's question of the day.
Okay, awesome. And it's to me, it's very helpful, very, very helpful because people may not necessarily put that in the chat, and they may, like, sometimes for myself, I'll look at something, watch the videos, and then I have like a 50 million questions that may come about. And then before I can actually go and type it out, I forget everything. And so your channel and that segment really serves as a reminder for me, like, oh yeah, I did have a question about that. Or I was thinking, how do I care for my bags? And you just gave a really great detailed information as to do that. So if you all have not visited Minnie's Handbags channel, definitely do that and look at that latest video because it is very, very helpful. I like that segment. Keep
Thank
it up.
thank
Um,
you.
the other thing that I would like to ask deals with just some of your other things that you like to do, because it's not just about Dooney and Burke, and it may not necessarily just be about handbags. What are some other things that you enjoy doing?
So I love reading books, and currently I am reading Napoleon's Hill Think and Grow Rich for the third time.
Mm,
I absolutely love reading self-help books, but I love reading romance novels. Um, I just got through reading, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right, but I wrote it down. Um, it was Jocko, and his book was called Discipline Equals Freedom, field manual. So I just got through reading that book as well. I love Carl Weber books. He has like a lot of romance books,
Mhm.
and I absolutely love his books. I have like a little collection at home, and I'm one of those ones that I could sit and read for hours, but I'm not a Kindle reader. I have to actually have the book in my hand. Like it's just the feel of the book, turning the pages, the smell of a new book. Like absolutely love that. But if I'm not reading a good book, then I love watching cartoons and anime.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
some of
I
my favorite
the only
things.
anime that I like, I don't know if I would even consider or if it's considered anime. I love Dragon Ball Z. I'll go back and start watching it all over again. And I did not
Yes.
know how old that cartoon or that anime was. Like it goes back to the 1983. I was like, but I came in
Mhm.
contact with it in 96, 97.
Yeah.
So I
I
love
love it.
that.
Yeah, I love anime. My kids, I have two boys and they love watching Dragon Ball Z is one of their favorites. Naruto,
Mm.
Pokemon, Hunter X Hunter. Like I can name like a million. And my husband is just like, you don't think you're too old for that? I'm like, nope. I love my
No.
anime, and I love watching old school cartoons as well too. I don't usually watch regular TV anymore. I'm a sci-fi girl as well too. Absolutely love
Okay.
sci-fi as well.
Okay.
So yeah, those are the things I like doing when I'm not working.
And to me, that's like a form of self-care.
Hmm.
You find something that really like, and then you realize it relaxes you. You don't have
Hmm.
to think about what's going on in your world because usually those types of genres of film or movies and so forth, you're not thinking about comparing it to your life right now. Maybe if you were a superhero or something, but you don't really compare those things to your life per se. Now the romance novels that goes to a whole nother level because you get to thinking and all of that kind of stuff. So I like that. That's to me a really good form of self care. So that's really fun. What other bags or brands do you dive into and purchase that's a part of your overall collection?
So recently I started purchasing Coach and Michael Kors, which is not new to me because
Mhm.
my mom and my aunties have like a lot of Michael Kors bag and we have a outlet here. So that wasn't new to me, but because Dooney was my first brand that I fell in love with, that's the bulk of my collection. But recently I started collecting like Michael Kors and Coach. I have a few wish list bags from MCM as well too on my wish list. So I'm starting to dabble in other brands as well too. But Dooney is probably always going to be like my first love. I'll purchase a Dooney before I purchase anything else. So
Yeah. Yeah, I keep telling myself, and one of my goals for this year is to branch out of certain brands and just explore others.
Mhm.
And that's for a variety of things because like I see people really catering or going towards purchasing candles from like what is it, Bath and Body Works. I have yet to get into that. Of course, if I go into that store, that's all you smell when you first walk in. But
Mhm.
I'm a Yankee Candle nut. And so I was just like, they've discontinued a lot of my favorite scents. I need to go and discover another brand. But I'm just once I get hooked on a brand, that's just it. And even in my collection, I didn't like I first started carrying Dooney in high school, my first bag, and then I gravitated toward going to Coach. I have a Coach bag, and
Mhm.
that was fun to carry. I still have it, and I have some other items in Coach, but I had to go back to Dooney. It was just like that. That was calling me. It was something about that. And I have other brands, and it's just like no. Right now, I'm fixated on Dooney and Burke, and I know I will continue to stay with that. But I just cannot bring myself to purchase someone else's bag. I don't know why. And I've put some things out there. I think it was a Brahmin bag, beautifully colored bag. And I thought, well, that'll be the first bag that I'll step out and get. Mm-mm, walk right on past it. So I'm really trying that. So that's pretty cool that you are venturing out and you have ventured out before anyway, getting other brands and so forth. Okay.
Mhm.
Pretty cool. So what are some things that what other things would you or do you plan to bring to your channel? Because you recently reached 400 subscribers. Congratulations on that. You're
Thank
well on
you.
your way to
Thank you.
500. So what are some other things do you plan on bringing to your channel?
I thought about maybe doing some fashion things or even sharing some outside stuff that we just talked about to my channel. Like I said, I love reading books, so I thought about maybe introducing like what book I'm currently reading because one of my goals for this year is to try to read at least 3 to 4 books a month. So I kind of want to, especially ones that I think would be really helpful and informative. I'm thinking about introducing that. I do have a shoe collection as well too, so I'm thinking about maybe focusing a little bit more on that as well too. But as far as like where the handbags at, I think I'm kind of good and comfortable where I'm at with the handbags. I think I am gonna try to switch up a little bit how I do my what's in my bags. But yeah,
Mhm.
other than that, my goal for this year, also for my channel, is to try to reach like 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So, yeah, still working on some things, but maybe even introduce some fragrance. I love Bath and Body Works, so I probably focus on that a little bit more as well too.
I just find it hard, even like when I was talking about the candles, you really have to be descriptive and talking about how something smells on
Hmm.
screen. I'm like, I'd be glad when they come up with a scratch and sniff on your screen. So it
That
really
would be
can be
helpful.
very helpful. But I find that it's just hard to really talk about it. I just know, I think I just follow along in the categories. It smells like flowers or it smells like
Mhm,
something woody. And that's all I can have. I could give for describing something outside of what the label of the item is. So
mhm.
yeah, I would love to see how well you pull that off because I can't do it. I cannot do it. Um, it was something else I was gonna mention about just some of the things that you've collected. What is your least favorite bag? You was all gung ho for it, that encouraged you to buy, it, and then once you started to carry it, it was just like, this is not it. Do you have a bag like that?
Um, yeah, kind of, sort of. So crossbodies was kind of the thing that I got away from carrying. And I think for me, I'm only like 5'4", so the crossbodies always tend to rub up against my neck, and I just hated that.
Mm,
And I just shied away from crossbodies, and I just recently got back into starting to collect crossbodies because we're doing a lot more traveling now that the kids are older.
mm,
So I'm kind of trying to get back in the vibe of carrying crossbodies. Um, if For me, I need the one with the thicker scraps. So if they have that, I'll gravitate to them, or ones that where I can at least purchase another scrap for, like they have the detachable scraps or whatever.
mm.
And so I found a few Dooney ones that I actually really like. But I will have to change out the scrap on it and get the thicker ones. But I think crossbodies and bags that have middle inserts. I
Okay.
can't do bags with middle inserts. Like I've tried, and I just feel like the middle insert takes away from the real estate of the bag. So I don't gravitate to those ones. I have a few, and I do mean a few because I've gotten rid of the ones that I did have, and I only purchased them because of the size of the bag.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't do middle inserts.
And that's not something that I gravitate towards. One of my older bags definitely had one. And at the time, I think for me, it really was needed. But
Hmm.
ask me if I carried that bag or even purchase bags with that. And I could tell you, no, I don't. Because I don't really have a need for it. So I agree. The real estate of the bag, it takes away from it because if I want to put the kitchen sink in it, I'm gonna have to split it between the two sides.
Exactly.
So yeah, I do get that. And then as the need starts to decrease, because like you said, your children have gotten older, so you don't need to pack as much in a bag, and really like that middle insert serves as kind of like a quick grab and go sometimes. At least I know it did for me. So yeah, I get that, but I've never even thought about that. I
Mhm.
never thought about I don't really gravitate towards those bags too much. The silhouette would be nice. I'm trying to think, is it the multi-tote? One of those totes um that I know a lot of the ladies, a lot of people in the handbag community gravitated towards, but I think it was because of that I did not purchase it because I didn't see the value for me.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, do you have any questions for me today?
Actually, I do. One of the
Oh, I
questions
heard
you
a paper.
already answered. Yes, I wrote it down so I don't forget. um, One of the questions you did already answer, which was, would you consider purchasing any other brands besides Dooney? Um, and if not, like why?
Well, I keep considering it. I am looking at what am I looking at? I can't see myself doing MCM, but I think it's because I've based it on the visual part of it. I have not actually put it in my hands. And I think that's the probably the issue with any of the bags that I have yet to purchase in another brand. It's all the visual. I watch all the videos. I go on their websites and I've seen these bags, but I haven't actually touched the bag to see whether or not, oh, this might be from Dooney and Burke, and this is just their version of it or what have you. So I think really that's the big thing for me that hinders me from really purchasing because I'm an online shopper. I
Mhm.
rarely go into the stores. And when I do, I'm running real quick past these places, these spots, because I don't want anybody to say, hey, come over here and look at this, smell this perfume. No, I don't want to do none of that. I'm just trying to go over here. So I think I am definitely going to challenge myself
Mhm.
because I really been thinking about it seriously. Like I think it'll be pretty cool for me to do something else. My Kurt Geiger, I forgot, I purchased that, but I only purchased it because of the way that it looked, the colors. The
Mhm.
feel of it really wasn't that great to me. It's a very nice bag, but who knows? I may not have purchased that had I not been attracted to the colors. So, and
Mhm.
that's pretty much how I shop. So I do plan on just really challenging myself to at least try at least one. Now the brand, I don't know. I think it'll be another Kurt Geiger because there's a bag that's on my radar that I kind of like that
Mhm.
recently came out. Um, I've seen those multicolors where it has like the purples and the oranges in it, and I was thinking, oh, that looks so sweet.
Mhm.
Uh, but I just don't know. I'm gonna have to look and see who recommends something. I can tell you one brand I probably won't purchase, and that's a Coach. I
Okay.
just I think Coach is overrated sometimes. Some of the bags are really, really nice. And now that I've learned the difference between the online and the boutique style, because Dre loves bags, broke it down. And I was like, oh, that is a huge difference.
Mhm.
Um, but I really haven't I haven't gravitated towards that brand too much. I don't think I want anything from them. I like their older leather bags, which I may pull out a couple of them. My mom, she pulled out hers, and I was like, I didn't even know you had all of these in your collection. And I like those older um bags because I think right now they do too much. Every week it's just like some Jordans. It's every week they got something new coming out, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But I'm not knocking anybody that has bought anything from Coach. You all bring something different that I had I didn't realize. But yeah, that's long winded. My answer to
No,
that.
you fine. My next question is: do you own any vintage Dooney and Burks?
The most vintage that I consider vintage at this time. Ooh, and this is one that I forgot to record. My first one and I put it. My stuff is separated. Like this is my workspace, and my bags are in the house. But I do have my first crossbody that I received when I was 16 for my 16th birthday. And so that was back in 94, I believe, 94, 95. So that's pretty much vintage.
Mm-hmm.
I do have that. And then I have another one that I'm looking at. Let me turn my camera off. I'm going to go and get this, pick this up real quick and show it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on just a second if I can recall how to do this. Okay. So I was talking, did my video about my most worn out bags. And I realized at the end when I did everything and I started editing, I did not feature this one. So I guess this will be my opportunity to go ahead and showcase it. And it's definitely vintage. Um, this is, and it's not stuff. This is my Cabriolet Messenger crossbody bag, and this is the large size. Loved it. Carried it until the wheels fell off of it. Very love this bag, and would carry it today had it not been for this part of the bag. The flap is torn. It's so worn out that one day I was carrying it a couple of years ago and I was like, what is this black soot? Where is this coming from? And I noticed it was coming from this bag. So I have that. It's just all worn. But when I tell you, I love this bag. I really, really loved it. I loved it so much. I said, well, I need to go and see if it's on eBay. Somebody got to be giving it up. So I found another one. I
Okay.
found another one, but it's different. The straps are a little bit different. This one is wider
Mm-hmm.
than this one. So I really didn't, I really wasn't feeling that. And I have yet to carry it. I was just like, well, I got two of them, but I really love this one the most. And I just wanted it fixed. I just want that flap fixed and I can go back and carry it. And it's so dirty. It has, like I like to say, my bags have met a lot of different walls. This bag has met a lot of different floors. It has been all over the country. It may have even gone outside of the country at one point. The threading here is hanging, but this was my one of my favorite bags. Look at how the signage is on here. I mean, compared to this one, it has darkened. That trim has darkened. The signage has gotten dark. But I love this bag, and this is one of those silhouettes I wish they would bring back. They have their own versions or updated versions of messenger bags, but this one right here, I went through undergrad, grad school, and would have gone through this experience of getting my PhD with this bag. But if this flap wasn't like this, oh yeah, I would be carrying it every day. And I thought about ripping it, and then I said, that's just retarded. It just, and this is a really, really nice material. I just want it fixed. I want it healed. But so that is, I think those are my, if I could think, those I would deem vintage. Because if you think of what's vintage, what's the years? 25 is antique.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely well over that time. And some other older bags that I will be featuring on the video that hopefully I release this week. I will share some of my other older bags, but those are primarily the top two bags.
Okay. That kind of reminds me of my first Dooney, which I think I have. Yeah. So this one was one that I got back in I want to say 99 or 2000. My mom got this for me. And it's crazy because it's like coming apart on the sides
Mm,
here. It's coming apart right there.
yeah.
It has some scuff marks on it. So yeah, this bag has been in my collection since then. She got that for me, I think, for my anniversary. And it was so crazy because my husband bought me one just like that for my birthday, because our birthday and my birthday and our anniversary is in the same month. So he bought me one just like it, but it had the doodle print on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I like that silhouette. And at
Yeah.
that time, those are just some of the cutest, smallest bags. But would
Mhm.
I carry that right now? No, my
No,
arms is got too much arm for all of that.
me
No.
neither.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. What other
So,
questions? Any more?
yes. What is your favorite style of bag?
Ooh wee. It fluctuates every day. I really truly feel, and I think I'm gonna base it on which silhouette I have the most of, and that would be my crossbody collection.
Okay.
I Of course, my first bag was a crossbody. I think it's called a kilty or kelty. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but that was my first bag, and so that was a lovely crossbody. And over the years, even with this messenger bag, crossbody, love it. I love being able. I walk fast, and so I can't walk fast with something on my shoulder. I
Mhm.
can't. Um, that's just the flow of me. But with the crossbody, I'm running, I'm walking fast. I can get to where I need to get to, and that bag is right there with me. It's not flying and falling off and all of that. I love crossbodies. Of course, when you go to the grocery store, you go shopping, a day of shopping, you can go and get your nails and your hair, everything fixed up, carry a crossbody. That's just convenient, and you don't have to leave it anywhere or mistakenly, forget about it or what have you. I love crossbodies. Those are just the best things or the best bags to carry when you travel because you have so many different sizes. You can get a real small one. I have a bag. I'm gonna have to pull it out of my closet as well. That bag I'm trying to see. It may be, it may be the size. It's a little bit shorter. It was like a little silhouette. I don't know, some off-brand thing, but it was a really the smallest purse that I think I ever had, and it was like on a string, a crossbody. I love that thing. I'm going to find it. I hadn't even thought about that, but I love carrying that thing because all I had to do was put my driver's license in it, fold my bills, my dollar bills, and go. So I especially love crossbodies. Those are my absolute top faves.
Okay.
Hi, everybody in the chat. Hey, my pursuit of happiness, honey girl 28. Hey, Dooney girl 75. And I think it's in Libby. All right. In Libby and June's life. Thank you all for dropping in. We're so happy to have you here.
So my last question is, what are some of your favorite things you like to do in your downtime?
Sleep. And I don't
I'm
even
with
get
you on
much
that
of
one.
it. That's always my hobby. People don't understand. I value self-care. I feel like you gotta get enough rest and sleep. But it has gotten to the point where if I have to really, or if I feel like I'm on the brink of overthinking, I just go and lay down. I really do that. So aside from being a sleeper, what do I like to do? Right now I'm into gadgets. I love purchasing gadgets. It's funny because I don't have any money, but I'm gonna find a way to get me some type of the latest gadget of something. I just purchased something that I will be revealing and unboxing on my channel because I just like technology. And I feel like growing up, you would hear older people talk about like things happening in this day and time, and they're older, they didn't have this. But I realized at that time, listening to my grandparents, I think they were kind of afraid of just allowing themselves to learn about those things. They really just felt like they couldn't. And even still now, at the age that I am, and the older people I come in contact with, a lot of people want to run away from Zoom. I just went right in. I love Zoom. I love technology so much. So I'm always getting some gadgets. I'm always on YouTube reviewing stuff and just figuring out. So that's something that I enjoy in my pastime as well. I feel like I don't have a lot that I can engage in because I need to balance school life, being a auntie mama is what I am, and just trying to balance all these things out. But sleep is going to take over any and everything. I'm a baker from time to time, but then I get kind of bored with it too.
Mhm.
So I like to bake. I like to cook sometimes. Um, yeah, I think I'm a smorgasbord of a whole lot of different things.
I am too. I love sweets. I love sweets. So I'm going through a weight loss journey right now. So yeah,
Okay.
but I am a sweet lover, and it shows. But but yeah.
Yes. I need to be on a weight loss journey as well. I'm hoping that I can convince my brain to just let go of certain things, but I probably can for a week's time, and then I'm like, okay, I feel good, and then something happens, and I have to have that urge, or I get that urge to just really give in, and it's like, no, it's time out. It's time out. I need to do a whole lot better. So, congratulations on taking that step to do better for yourself,
Yeah. It's
because
been
it's
a journey, but me and hubby are going through it together. I have my
okay.
off days, but for the most part, I really want to stay focused this year and get it done. Because, like I said, we do have some plans for this year, so I kind of want to just be able to drop the weight so that when we do travel, I won't be one of those ones who are like tired and worn out when we out and
Yeah,
about walking. So yeah.
yeah, because we ain't gonna talk about that. I'll tell on myself in a heartbeat, but I know I need to do better, and it's my intention to do better because I got a lot of plans, and I'm praying that God says the same with those plans,
Hmm.
and things that I want to do, and get back to really just being more active. So
Hmm.
it is a lot. It is a lot. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. You said that was your last question.
Yeah, kind of sort of. So I am looking into getting into purchasing more vintage Dooney and
Okay.
Burke bags. So what would kind of be some good recommendations, like some good starter points when looking for your vintage bags? Because that will definitely be new for me.
All right. Now, I know one person, no, I know two people that I think are pretty good at finding older style bags, and that would be Dee Dee Bean as well
Mhm.
as Jack's Bag Attack.
Okay.
Um, I've learned through them and a couple of other YouTubers that there are not specific, don't say Pacific, say specific sites out there that you can gravitate towards and do some shopping. I like Goodwill.
Mhm.
Goodwill, I forgot their actual website, but with that particular um website, they pretty much it comprises of Goodwill stores across the country. And
Okay.
with that, you can go on there and pretty much Google or search whatever brand it is that you're interested in, and it'll all come up. I've seen a lot of older bags on there.
Okay.
Um, and you bid for them. They may be, it's pretty much as is, of course. So it may be some bags that you need to clean up and so forth. And then some are actually in really good condition. I've gone on there and looked. I put some bids in. I don't think I ever paid any of my stuff. So it just went right back in. But I have found that they do have a pretty good selection.
Okay.
Macari happens to be another site. I like eBay. I don't know, and I've used Poshmark to
Mhm.
just browse, but you do have to be careful because according to Jackie from Jack's Bag Attack, you have people that this is just their business. Okay, they
Mhm.
get the bags that, and I've noticed even on eBay, people, if Doonies, we'll just use them as an example. If they have a really great sale on those small coin purses or cases, and they were 19 bucks. So
Mhm.
somebody probably bought them in bulk. And then once the prices go back up or they don't have that style anymore, they jack up the prices and then they're selling it on eBay. How desperate are you to actually, wanting to acquire that is the question. And so I've seen a lot of items on there, and then you could tell based on the fact that this seller has had 5,000 sales. Okay, this is their business. This is what they do. Versus someone, maybe a loved one has passed on and they're trying to get rid of certain items. And then
Mhm.
this might be their second item. Okay, well, I know you probably come from a good place and not astronomical with your pricing. So I'll probably go ahead and purchase it from you. So it's a game out there. I
It
never
is.
thought of it like that, but it truly is a game to really see who's doing this for a business, and how much would you pay for a bag. But
Mhm.
those sites, it's some more sites I can't think of off the top of my head, and I don't know if the ladies are here, but you could definitely venture to their channels, and they will definitely shed some light on particular sites or what have you to get those bags from. Um, I don't know. In my mind, I always felt like I'm in the South, I'm in Mississippi. I can't
Mhm.
go to a Goodwill here and really find those bags because I think there's a lot of other people. But if I were to go to, say, Washington State, I mean, hey,
Mhm.
what's the chances of somebody being up there um, competing with me to try to purchase these bags? I don't know. In my mind, I feel like I have to go far off to find. And it was a place I came across, I can't recall, some years ago. I want to say it was somewhere like New Mexico, and
Mhm.
they have a store that sells vintage Dooney and Burke. But I thought that it probably was a bunch of fake bags, so I didn't really try to pursue that. But that's where I would generally start. I would go to those ladies' channels, and like I said, it's some other YouTubers. I can't recall their names. They do purchase those vintage bags, and they have a pretty good collection of them. So that's probably where I would start.
Okay.
Uh, what I am trying to find, I don't know why I find this catalog and then I misplaced it. I at one point had an old couple of old Dooney and Burke catalogs from like 99,
Mhm.
99, 98, 99. And then you get to see, wow, these were the bags. And I checked off on some things that I wanted, and I never got them because at the time, hey, I was in college. I didn't have any money. But some of those silhouettes have come back around.
Mhm.
Um, Another one of my favorite silhouettes happens to be the drawstring bag.
Oh
I
yeah.
would never, back in the day, I didn't think those bucket bags were cute. And then something all of a sudden over the last 4 years, it just my mind just was like, girl, these bags, you should get them in
Yes.
multiples.
Yes.
And so now I've gone back and I'm like, some of those bucket bags were kind of cute. I might need to try to add them to my collection. One of my good friends, she has I think it's a Tatum drawstring bag. And when I saw it, I
Mhm.
was like, oh, all she gotta do is clean it up. This is a beautiful bag. It was still in good condition and everything. But yeah, that's pretty cool to want to go and collect those vintage bags because they are out there. They're
They
definitely out there.
Yeah, I think that would, for me, when it comes to Dooney, I think that would kind of just like complete my collection. Even if I only get one vintage,
Mm,
like I would be so happy because, like, I don't know, it's like I grew up seeing Dooney from,
mm,
like I said, my mom, my grandmother, my aunts. So, and I recently just called my aunt because I'm like, I'm doing a YouTube live with Miss Denise, and I was like, does my granny have any vintage Dooney bags? And she was
mhm,
like, I don't know. I have to go and look. She was like, I think she might have at least one. And
mhm.
so when I'm done with my live today, I'm going over there to see if she was able to find it. And if so, I will be featuring it on my channel because, like I said,
Definitely.
I would love to get at least one vintage Dooney in my collection. And I've been searching like eBay so far for
Mhm.
vintage pieces. My only thing is with eBay, I'm just concerned like, is it authentic or, what really is the condition of the bag? Because a lot of times they
Yeah.
don't post like really good pictures.
Mhm.
So, it's like, I
You
don't want to
definitely got to
purchase
take that
it.
chance.
Exactly. I don't want to purchase it and then I'm like, what is going on here? So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know why I think I had a dream about getting a purse And when I got it, it was not the purse that they had shown, and it was saying like the tag wasn't a standalone tag; it was sewn into the material. And I was
Mhm.
like, "This is not real." I don't know. Hopefully, I won't. There may be a sign that I don't even need to take the chance. But I recently had a dream like that, and I was like, "Oh no, no, no! I don't want that. I don't want to take that type of chance." And I've
Mhm.
purchased some bags that I wouldn't say were vintage, but they probably came out probably about 10, maybe 12 years ago.
Mhm.
And I'm blessed that it did come in good condition. It was a couple of one of the bags did not indicate that it had a dog or something had bitten on the strap of it, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I was like, okay, we're gonna deal with that part. But I have gotten decent items off of eBay and Poshmark. I can tell you that on Goodwill site, they will put on there it's authenticated. They'll put a
Okay.
certificate on there to let you know that this was already founded to be a legit bag and it's not a
Okay.
fake. But it's the world of the handbag is so deep because I've watched videos where people were talking about this is how you can tell between a fake Louis Vuitton and a real one. And it got so deep until the LVs are turned a certain way on the bag. And I was like, I did not know that. I don't
Mhm.
have any in my collection, but I didn't know it was that serious and that people replicate these bags.
Oh
And then
yeah.
because we really want them so bad, we don't know the true making of a bag. Because I can go back and I really hope I did not do this, but I did this some years ago, I do believe. When I moved back home um, here in Mississippi, I came across a Dooney and Bourke bag, and it
Mhm.
was the equestrian style bag. And I remembered my cousin had given me this bag. Now my cousin just don't give me stuff, and it was a fake Dooney. And I was just like, and I knew it was fake. That's why I was in the back of my closet. Never carried it because I was like, I'm not carrying this fake. I got a real one. You're gonna give me a fake one. Anywho, I want to say that I gave that bag to Goodwill, but I'm hoping and crossing my fingers because the back of my closet is like this deep valley that I got to go in. I hope it's in there because I would really love to bring that out and compare that because at that time I'm 45 in high school. Gosh, we just saw Dooney and Burke. Every
Mhm.
majority of those people probably had fake bags and we didn't even know it. Nobody
Exactly.
cared. We
Mhm.
just saw Dooney and Burke. Everybody had one. But in my little mind, I was thinking, man, what y'all parents do for a living? Because y'all got all kinds of Dooney and Burke y'all rocking. And
Mhm.
I don't have one. At that time, I didn't have one. But all the girls, the it girls, they had the Dooney and Burkes. And now I wonder, what are y'all carrying now? Because I don't think y'all carrying the Dooney and Burkes now.
Mhm.
Wow.
So, in your collection, do you have like any of the Dooney Alto bags or the Henry bags?
No, I do not. I can answer that one real quick. And I can't bring myself to purchase the Alto bag. I have not. I've seen one in person, felt it,
Mhm.
and I said, well, I give my mom this bag. Because
Mhm.
I don't know. It's something about a bag being too structured to me
Mhm.
that because I'm kind of rough on bags, I need to have it move and flow. I don't want it to be so structured that if I do some type of accident, then I'm gonna be all upset and mad with myself. I don't know, and I could be wrong. I don't know if you can buff out the scratches the same way you would do the Florentine.
14. Mhm.
So no, I have not. And that's a bag, or that's a collection that I've seen several bags that I want, but
Mhm.
I'm not brave enough to purchase because I'm like, that would have to be something I would have to put in a glass box and just look at. And I don't want to do that if I'm spending that type of money. So I don't have the Alto, and what was the other one?
I think it was called the Henrys, the ones
Yeah, the
that he had for
Henrys.
a short time.
Yeah. I still want to try to get one, but I forget about it. It's not on the main tab of
Mhm.
purchase or the of the handbags. So I don't know. I just have they stopped carrying it because I think I may have heard something was happening.
They did, as far as I think, like in the stores, but I know online right now you can get them in certain colors.
Mm-hmm.
I did check out the collection. That's why I asked. It's new to me because I believe Dooney Addict 615 talked about it on her channel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the Alto bag, I think I saw that one on Mono's Beauty channel. Now, I
Yeah.
think hers has a middle compartment, so that's why I was like, I need to check this out because I can't do
Uh-huh.
middle compartments. But yeah, those are two bags that I'm kind of looking at getting because they're more on the higher end of Dooney. So,
Yeah.
I'm considering it. We'll see. I need to find one that I actually like. I know the little saddle bag that they have, especially the one
Mm-hmm.
with the duck on the front.
Yes.
I want that little bag so bad.
Oh
I don't know what
wow.
I'm gonna put in it, but I really want it. I think that's a cute little bag.
It is. It is. It is. And now I'm really about to go on this site because I don't know. I keep looking over at the Alto collection
Hmm.
and I don't know why I keep looking. I guess I do want something, but I do know that on I Love Dooney, and I think I might share my screen real quick. I know on I Love Dooney they had some of their the altos, of course, listed at a
Yeah, they
really
do.
good price point. And let me pull that up real quick because it was one bag that I think even a couple of ladies had featured on their channels. Um, I'm trying to see if they still have it. I know it was the Aria, and it looked like it went back up because it was on sale for 109. Let me see. I'm gonna show this real quick because that was one that I was kind of considering, and then
Hmm.
I said, well, if I were to get that, when how would I carry it? And it's this little ditty here,
Oh, I
and
like
I
that
think
technique.
yes, and I think Dooney Attic has featured this as well.
Hmm.
But when you look at the regular price, 195, that's pretty cheap. So that
Yeah.
bag is really not that big. Let me put this code in because I want to see what it's marked down to. I think it was marked down to yep, it has gone down a little bit more, 102.
Hmm.
I said that would be a great start of a bag if I really wanted to see if I wanted to, dive into that collection. I think
Hmm.
that'll be pretty a good price point for me because that averages out to be what I normally would spend on any other leather bag within the Dooney collection.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm thinking about this bag. Oh, these pop-ups. I wish they fixed that. And I want this color, but I don't want it looks kind of crazy on me, or it would look crazy on me to have it as a shoulder bag. I just
Hmm.
think it'll be a beautiful little clutch to have.
Yeah. That's
So
cute though. I didn't see that one.
yes, definitely. This one here, oh, and now I'm gonna have to share my madness with you. This bag right here is one that I have been eyeing in the red.
I have two, but it has a middle compartment.
It sure does. And that's
That's
why
why I said
I
with
just
the Alto collection, I love it, but a lot of their bags have that middle compartment. If I could just take that out, I would
yeah.
have a few bags in their collection, but a lot of them that I saw have the middle compartment, and I hate that.
Yeah, yeah. Now I'm gonna have to just go ahead and take that off my radar. I wanted this bag, this little cute thing, because it looks like a cosmetic case.
Hmm.
But that price point is just not. It needs to fall under 200 for
Yeah,
me. I
definitely.
can't do it. I cannot do it. And then I thought about this little bag because it has my name on it. That's my first name. And
Mhm.
so I thought, and they have a larger size of this, but it's a cute little bowler bag. I thought about that. So I have been looking at this collection, but I
Mhm.
just can't decide. That's the bigger bag. I don't know. Nothing else really grabs me at this point with the alto line, but hopefully it will at some point. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a lot to look at. That Henry though, I'm concerned because I at least want to get something if
Mm.
that comes to an end.
I
And
know
then
one young lady I was watching recently. She showed her whole collection, and she was saying that they're bringing it back, but they're only bringing certain colors back in a certain amount. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to try to grab at least one because I was like, I don't want to, for it to run out and then I miss out on it altogether. So
hmm
I'm thinking that might be my first purchase for 2024.
okay, and I feel you
I
on
think
that.
they have the messenger. I want to say it's
Yeah,
the messenger bag, and yeah, the black messenger bag. They have
like the,
that one. I was thinking about getting that one.
this
Yeah.
one, the large one.
Mhm.
Yes. Um, I love that silhouette. Of course, it mimics the Hermes bag that a lot of people compare this to, but this just looks better. And I have this silhouette from the Western collection from
Mhm.
Dooney and Bourke, but to see it in this, I love that strap. I love that strap. I'm a sucker for
Mhm.
that particular strap. Um, but yeah, I have to decide whether I want the black. I don't have too many bags in black,
Mhm.
but I do love that silhouette. It's a wonderful carry. And if it's the same, it should be the same with this Henry as well. But I'm
Mhm.
looking at this little hobo here. This
Yeah,
hobo is
that's
cute.
cute. I
Now, if
like
it
that
was,
too.
yes, just
Is
a,
that dandelion or mustard?
they just say yellow.
Oh,
But
okay.
to me, it looks closer to, I guess, dandelion. Then it looks like it could be mustard. I guess it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. And that's weird because I think I only
Hobo.
have like one yellow Dooney bag, and that's a crossbody that I recently got last year. But that's something
Ooh,
else I want to work on, purchasing some more colors.
yes, yes. That yellow, I have dandelion and mustard primarily in my collection, and I
Hmm.
love it. You got to get more yellows in there.
Yeah.
You got to get more yellows. I love that color. It's just, I am a color nut anyway, so
Hmm.
my day goes, or how I get my day going is based on what color I'm just feeling for that day.
Hmm.
Today it wasn't necessarily red, but we had to wear red for church. And
Okay.
so tomorrow it could be orange for me, or it could be, I love Kelly Green with
Yes.
Dooney and Burke.
Yes. Lime green is my favorite color.
Okay.
So if I could buy almost all my bags in that Kelly green from Dooney, I would. I honestly would.
And I hope, let me go ahead and since we're talking about it, because I get to thinking about certain colors, and so I just try to put in the search to see if they have anything. Kelly Green in this nylon is just popping. It is
Hmm.
beautiful. But I really want it in pebble grain. I really, really want it in pebble grain, and they have not released it.
I want
Um,
a satchel in that Kelly green.
oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I don't tell me that.
I
Don't
really
tell
do.
me that.
I
Oh, if we talking about the satchel, like the satchel, like you have on your top shelf,
Yes.
I will pass out
Yes.
if they had that in. Oh, mm.
Look, Florentine or pebbled. I think it would be real pretty in pebble green.
Yeah,
The pebble green leather. But
hmm,
I take it in Florentine too. Just give it to me.
that would be so beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
But that pebble grain, I do have. What do I have? I have something in Keller Green, and I don't even remember. I think it's a crossbody. It
Hmm.
has to be a crossbody. It is a crossbody. It is my. It's not my hunter. No, it's not my hunter. It's one of my crossbodies. I have it in Keller Green, in the Pebble Green. Love it. Love it to the point I wish it converted to a bigger size bag because I really want that. But I tell you, the nylon, I got it last year. My crossbody in that,
Hmm.
beautiful. I just could not take my eyes off of it. So I'm hoping that, the colors primarily are going to be based on what color is hot for that particular season. And I haven't looked at what is it, Pantone or what whoever it is that put the colors out. I did
Hmm.
not look to see what colors were popping for the spring. But hopefully the Kelly green will come back. My favorite colors. Oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I
Oh,
hope so. I really
yes,
hope so.
yes. Because I do want Kelly Green in some of my other favorite silhouettes, like the drawstring. I love the idea of the satchel. Whew, if they had it in the extra large Courtney,
That would be so gorgeous. I don't have a Courtney, and I want one, but if they put one out on Kelly Green, I'm getting it.
I'm just, and y'all probably will see that bag just sitting right by me every time I'm doing something, because that just happens to be a very, very beautiful color. I don't know
Mhm.
what color shows up the best in pebble grain. I love the plum wine in pebble
Yeah.
grain. Um, I love the clementine in pebble grain. I don't know. I think all the colors show up pretty good in pebble grain
Oh
to
yeah.
me. And that's
Hmm.
why I pretty much, I think the majority of my bags, because I had to think about it, which material do I have, which leathers do I have the most of, and I think it's pebble grain. It didn't
Hmm.
start like that, because it took me a minute to get to Florentine, because it was like, Florentine is so expensive. That's
Hmm.
cool, that's a league of its own. And then I discovered Saffiano. Oh wow, Saffiano, I had no idea. I was like, why no one told me about Saffiano? Had
Yep.
no idea. Um,
I have the small Russell in Saffiano. Love it.
mm,
Love it.
yes.
And it's in
What color do you have?
plum wine.
So you got it, and you just got that, didn't you?
Hmm.
Yeah, I did see it on somebody's channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
love it.
talked about it and didn't get it, and now they
I
don't
love
have
it. Love it. I
it.
love it. It's so pretty. That plum one is so gorgeous in person. It really
Hmm.
is. That's a beautiful bag. I absolutely love it. Now that's a bag I would definitely get multiples of the small Russell. I don't
Hmm.
think I could do the large one, but the small one is to me is like a large. So I
Yes,
could
it's
definitely see
very
myself
roomy.
in. Mm-hmm.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's another silhouette that I want multiples of. I think I only have two small Russells. I have a large one. That
Mm-hmm.
is a workhorse in itself. I used to carry that when I used to work overnight at a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I put everything in there. It's basically luggage. And it comes
It
with a
looked like
luggage
it.
tag on it. That is a very huge bag. And then you have to be careful when you get these big bags, because I get so excited I can put everything in there, but you have to remember you're weighing it down. And
Yes.
so putting it on your shoulder, that's not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten to the point, even some of my big bags may just have my wallet in there
Mm-hmm.
and my hand sanitizer, and that's it.
But I
That
don't
is
blame you.
all. It is huge. So if they brought those particular colors back, mm, I keep looking, I keep googling, or I keep saying Google, I keep searching within the site to see what colors that they bring back, and I'm hoping that they do bring that back. I'm trying to think. I also love pinks. I love the oranges. I want them to bring some type of royal blue back. They've
Mm-hmm.
brought jeans. That's it's a
Mm-hmm.
pretty color, but
Yeah.
that deep royal color, I hope they
Mm-hmm.
bring that back. That's another I keep crossing my fingers on. I love spearmint. I'm looking at these ducks in the background. Pretty much all these colors in this background, I love. I do
Yeah,
love
that
spearmint a
spearmint
lot.
is really nice. And it's really pretty in person. Like
Mm-hmm.
the website to me doesn't really do that spearmint any justice because when I got it, I thought it was going to be a dull color, but it is so bright. It's really
Mm-hmm.
pretty. So
especially
yeah.
in that purple grain, especially in
Mhm.
that. I think you have the large satchel as well.
Mhm.
I love that. And I've been carrying my purple large satchel. I need to pull out my spearmint and carry that because that thing is beautiful. I agree with you on that color. I did not know how much of a magnetic color that it is in that. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's so many different colors. And I like that about Dooney. They don't really teeter with the switching up of the silhouette in itself. Like if you compare it to, and I don't like to do that, but if you compare it to like how Coach does their bags,
Mhm.
um, to me, they do a little bit too much. Some of those bags, like I kind of like the tabby bags. I think they're cute.
Mhm.
Um, but some of the other ones, I'm like, y'all just doing
Too
too
much.
much with that, but Dooney kind of keeps it generic. They're gonna just teeter with the colors a little bit. Tweak this yellow here. It might be kind of light, or we can get a little darker. It's just a crayon box that they just pretty much uh, utilize for their colors, in my opinion. And so I do like that a lot. Do like that a lot.
I will
Um,
say, I do wish Dooney would bring back their is it the boss print?
I wonder if you was gonna say the emboss, and I was gonna bring my bag out here and show it again. I said, let me not do many like that.
No, do it because I there's one that I saw that I really want, and I was looking for it on the secondhand market. I think it's the drawstring one. It is
Yes.
so pretty, and I can
Hmm.
only find a white one, and it kind of has some marks on it, so that's why I didn't get it. But if they brought that bag back, oh my gosh.
And that's what I was hoping, like really putting out there in the atmosphere, that as they're approaching their 50th, that they would
Mhm.
bring like some of those that they got to hear us
Yeah.
about the certain ones that we really, really like. Like I want them to bring the embossed one back. I think that was like, to me, one of the best ways to salute Dooney and Burke in the bag.
Yes.
It was just really creative and different.
Hmm.
And I did not know they had so many colors, because my
Yes.
story is I went to the store, to the local department store, Belk, and I was going in there just to see what caught my eye. And it caught my eye, and I was like, this couldn't possibly be a Dooney and Burke. I have never seen anything like this before. And it was in orange, my favorite color. They also had it in this lime green.
Yes.
It was beautiful. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get that, because how would I carry that? I know how to carry this orange bag. And I regret that still. And that's been over 10 years ago. That was back in 2013. And so
Yeah.
I was just like, man, I should have got that bag too. But at the time, I wasn't focused on getting accessories to
Mhm.
match. So that's what I am missing. I really would love, let's see. Okay. I really would love to see some more of the accessories as well. And I
Yes.
need to go on there on the Disney website and look for the emboss. And they probably did have some of that. They did in some of the other, I think it was a black bag like that with the Disney
Mhm.
stuff. So I know they still got the machine or something
Yes.
that can do that. Come on, bring that back. The other thing that I want, that, you know, ain't no way on the second hand I'm getting that, and that's the guitar strap.
Oh yes. Yes.
That
I
guitar
saw
strap,
those. They are so pretty.
they really are. And I said, I'm gonna have to find somebody to replicate this to the T. Because I really want that. I want a real long one. I want a short one. I really wish they would bring that back. Um, but they know how to entice us with these collections that are out for like a short period of time. And I think a short period of time, they might have it out for like a year or two. But then I'm
Mhm.
so slow sometimes. I'm like, oh man, how did I miss that? How did that go over my head? That's the beauty of having YouTube. That's the beauty of having, or being involved in the handbag community. Because if I don't have it, somebody else will have it and bring it to my attention. Like, oh, I didn't even know that was out. Okay, let me try to go over here. So I'm appreciative of that a great deal. But yeah, it is a couple of other silhouettes and styles that I wish they would bring back. I wish they had a celebrity person again that was their spokesperson to
Mhm.
really put Dooney out there. But hey, who knows? Maybe they're working on it. I don't know. I really wish they did because I think it'll be so cool to have someone else um to really push the brand a little bit more because I
Mhm.
don't like seeing Coach do that.
Yeah.
I'm not a Coach hater, y'all. Really, really not. I mean, they still in my collection. Some of those items I think I still use, but I would love to see that for Dooney. I really would. All right,
I think
Dooney.
maybe us content creators need to like just flood YouTube with all the Dooney bags that we would like to see them bring back for their anniversary. Because there's some bags on my list that I would like to see them bring back, and that embossed one is definitely number one on my list because it was so gorgeous. And if I could get my hand on that bag, I definitely purchased it.
Yes, yes. I think we need to start some type of hashtag. Bring back these bags for your 50.
Yes.
That's long. Well, I think I agree with you, Manny, that we would need as content creators to really put that out there, for us
Mhm.
all. I think we're both going to challenge everyone to do a video regarding what bags, it doesn't matter how many, whatever.
Mhm.
What bags would you like Dooney and Burke to bring back in commemoration of their 50th birthday, which will be next year?
Mhm.
Dooney and Burke first established themselves in 1975. Yeah, I've seen it on your logos.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I think that'll be pretty dope because even still, there's some other items that we hadn't even talked about. It's not necessarily just handbags. I have two belts.
Accessories.
I have two belts. I can't wear them anymore, but we purchased two belts. And that's what Dooney and Burke kind of started with the belts and the suspenders and all of that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And then they gravitated towards the handbags. And
Mm-hmm.
so I would love to see some of those items, scarves. They had all kinds of things. Of course, they still had the boat shoes. I'm trying to think, it was some other like mirrors. Someone recently acquired, I think it was Tara. Um, she has a mirror case that they just so happened to run across the website,
Mm-hmm.
and you took a chance, and that's what she got. But there's a
Cosmetic
lot of different
bags.
yes, yes. So I would love to know what you all are wishing or hoping they will bring back just for a limited time, and hopefully not for an astronomical price point
Yeah.
either, but it would be pretty cool. It would pretty cool. So what bags would you all want Dooney and Burke to bring back for a limited time for their 50th? Because we're going to purchase and we're celebrating the fact that they're still
Mhm.
around and we still love them. So, y'all do those videos. I'm going to be working on mine this week.
Me
And,
too.
if you can find some pictures out there, definitely, shoot that. And it may be something that's in your collection right now and you want multiples of that. Hey, put that out there too, because I do believe we all want them to bring something back that we didn't get a chance to get, and I'm definitely one of them. So I'm about to dig in deep. Let me find these catalogs. I'm posting pictures. I'm putting the item numbers, all that. Y'all need to go back in y'all system and pull that up.
Like
All
that
right.
duck coin purse that you showed. I would love to get one of those.
Yes, if they could bring that. That is like that's a staple piece. And I thought that once they brought the little crossbody with the big duck on it, I
Mm-hmm.
really thought they would bring that on back too. Shoot, even some more of their older cosmetic bags. Some of the other options that they've had for the lunch bags or the medium lunch bags or what have you. They've had a lot of different styles and stuff. Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. And then bring some of those older duck stickers because the duck stickers haven't been around for a very long time, but they have some older ones that are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot we can come up with. Y'all
Yeah.
put that in y'all videos and post that because I think it'll be pretty cool to see what everybody comes up with because it's probably some stuff I don't even know about. I'm like, oh wow, that would be nice for that to come back. Oh, it's a lot. And I'm going to copy and paste some future or some other content creators that actually have these items, because it's one bag. Oh my gosh. And I have it on my playlist on private because I didn't want anybody else to know that I want this bag. But one of the other content creators, she has this bag, and I was like, Lord, they can put it on QVC. I have to have this bag. I'm gonna feature that one in my video. This is exciting. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Minnie.
You welcome.
Yes, because it is some out there. So hopefully you all were inspired today. I'm so happy to have had you on today, Minnie.
Thank
I don't know if you ready for this Super Bowl halftime like I am, because I'm about to lose my mind. I'm a huge Usher fan,
you.
but I got to go get ready.
Okay.
I
I
don't
do
know
think
what that means.
I can.
I don't know what that means, but I got to get ready. And it's 3:14. I got at least 3 more hours before he's on that screen. But yeah, I'm excited. And stay tuned to Minnie's Handbags channel. Definitely go reach out and support and subscribe to her channel. Hopefully, after today, she would have gone over the threshold of 400. Let's get her to 5 and get her to 1,000. And Keith, thank you all for supporting my channel in this endeavor of bringing on other lovers of Dooney and just getting to know each other and sharing. I'm so excited to have this. And hey, next week we have another special guest you all do not want to miss. And it's also my intention to bring you back on at some point, Minnie. So be on the lookout for my email. And don't log off when we're done. I want to make sure you know that too.
Okay.
So thank you all for coming on in on this lovely Sunday. It's been raining here and now the sun is shining. If y'all could have seen and heard all of that, just so wild. But y'all have a good one. Y'all cheer Usher on. I hope your favorite team wins because I'm not concerned about the teams today. Great football. Don't eat too much. If y'all got some football food or, the wings and the dip and all that good stuff. Y'all have a good, safe time. Drink responsibly. All right. Y'all have a good one. Let me figure out how to end this today. Bye, y'all.